talking to Harry Hudson after the 3-0 win against Cray Valley. Harry, you said in the week that it'll be a free hit, but it's turned out to be a very big hit.
Yeah, it was. I thought the boys and every single member of the squad today was just exceptional in terms of making sure that they implement the game plan that we asked them to do. And they did it to an absolute T. I thought we frustrated Cray throughout. I thought we limited them to minimal chances. I felt in control of them when they had the ball, and I felt like we were a real threat. And the first half showed that. We scored 2, could have scored more. They're both centre halves. We're on cautions for them because they've had to foul us in dangerous areas. So, yeah, no, really can't praise the players enough for their execution of the game plan.
And Yahya Bamba took the headlines with the hat-trick, just sort of breaking them down. You know, the first 2 were excellent finishes from hard work done by several players in the build-up to both.
That's exactly it, and like we wanted to set certain traps that they would play into. We wanted them to become, to come out and to kind of leave their centre-halves exposed, and then to transition quickly and try and hurt them in that regard. And Bamba's got the plaudits, and he deserves them because he worked incredibly hard. But also, like, it's the regains and the structures which allowed him to get those opportunities. And yeah, honestly, can't praise the players enough for the work they got through today.
And he completed his hat-trick with a penalty. He missed one down at Whitehawk the other week, but the shouts on the bench suggested Carl wanted to take it, but Yahya wanted his hat-trick.
Yeah, and fair play to Bamba, like, to pick the ball up and want to get his hat-trick and to score the penalty with aplomb like he did. That takes real confidence and just shows how much of a transformed young man Yahya is, and he's like no one would want to play against him at the moment. He's a real problem for defenders. And
just 22, so he's got plenty of time to flourish in the game. A youngster that can go a long way in this game.
No, certainly, and Bamba came to us as a right back, and that was 7 games ago, and I think now he's got 7 goals in 7 games as a forward. So yeah, that, again, he's so hungry to learn, he's so passionate to want to improve, and he's reaping the rewards.
It looks as though some gold dust has fallen on this club, bearing in mind where we were when you arrived. Can you, again, I know I've asked you this question before, but can you quite believe that you've achieved so much in such a short space of time?
It's just credit. The players have been unbelievable in terms of how they've applied themselves to what we've asked them to do, and we can have all the ideas and the game plans in the world, but ultimately if the players don't implement it and believe in it, then it's redundant. But they are, whatever we ask them to do, they've just been fantastic, and I think the boys are going from strength to strength, and their confidence is growing and spreading amongst the team. 4 wins on the bounce. Someone said we're the most informed team in the league, which after 7 games is it's beyond what we could have expected. But yeah, it's just down to how well the players are listening and their culture that they have and that we've created just gives them a chance to win every football game. And at the moment, thankfully, it's going the right way.
And a clean sheet. It's the second one that you've achieved since you've been here. That's another good stat on the day, isn't it?
Definitely, and I think that's now 13 goals scored in 4 games at home. The home form is I think 4 wins from 4. But what's been really pleasing for me is that we've had such different ways to win football games. So today we had a different structure. The Whitehall performance is a different way to win a football game, and that tactical adaptability is again all credit to the players, and it makes us quite difficult to play against because we have quite a few different strings to the bow. So yeah, we can't rest on our laurels. We're still not safe, and we start preparing tomorrow for Hive the following Saturday.
Big performances across the park today, from Tyler to Yahya, but just mentioned 2 players that we haven't seen that much of. Well, we haven't seen anything of Sam Johnson. Billy's a player you know from your past, and came in today and fitted in superbly.
Sammy's such an underrated footballer. We call him Sammy Milner because he's so plays so many different positions. And even today, he's played 3 different roles within 90 minutes. He was exceptional, all of them. His hard work, his endeavour. I've known Sammy for a long time, and he's a real asset to have. And I thought he was exceptional. I'd love to have known how many yards he got through today, because I think it would have been right up there.
And Bradley Ryan came on as sub for Freddie Parker, and again settled in and did his bit for the side as well.
And that's the biggest compliment. We all know how talented Brad is. He's phenomenally talented, but the way he grafted today, the way he bought into it, what we've asked him to do defensively, I thought he was exceptional. He's got the regain for the second goal. Really pleased with Brad. If we can get those, keep developing and nurturing the other side of the game with him. Like, he knows how far. He knows he's going to go a very, very long way because his ability is frightening.
Just 18, I believe.
Yeah, really young boy. But the squad's not an old squad. Even like Freddie's only 21. Sammy's 22, 23 now. So yeah, we've got a nice blend. But whether they're 18 or 38, they've got to make sure they buy into what we're asking them to do and to do their part for the team. And Brad most certainly did it today, and then had the real sprinkles of quality on top.
And the downside with a couple of injuries, Freddie Parker, I believe you took off with a bit of a glute injury, which was a precaution, I gather. And but Carl looks a bit more serious with a hamstring late in the game.
Yeah, we'll have to assess Carl. Again, he's grafted so much today, and he's been unbelievable, Carl, since we've been in. And yeah, Freddie's a bit of precaution. We don't know how Carl's will be until we assess it in the week. But even from the squad today, we miss it. We like Joe Bingham. We've rested as a precaution, and Brad Wilson's on holiday, so we've got a couple more bodies to come back into the group, and we've got real strong competition. So I hope both Freddie and Carl aren't too serious. But in some regards, it's probably the best time to get injured if you're a footballer. You want to be as near the end of the season as you can.